Chapter 76, Fretcher's World. The awesome Atone has landed on Fretcher's planet, and as a planet of a race that used to not exist, it has crumbled. But at the same time, much of the culture is around, like the many statues representing the race alongside many wall paintings that tell many stories, whether fact or fiction. Now they have arrived, Fretcher states that they need to look for a certain building. A special safe to which you cannot get out without the right steps, because if missing these steps, the results can be fatal, which will be a great last resort against either Xyanthor or Vata, and so the search for it continues. As the search occurs, everyone is split off for a higher chance of finding it, even keeping in contact, providing each other with location ideas that could help later whenever they fight Xyanthor and Vata. While Nicole is thinking strategically, Zami is intrigued by the paintings. Seeing how there were heroic Fretchers, some of which got a good crowd, but at the same time, the heroic ones respected their people well. Even Zami sees Fretcher getting nostalgic. Fretcher has encountered a drawing of his own, one where he shares how he used to want to be an artist. But after seeing what his race is like, he knew to prioritize many innocent lives, letting go passionate of his hobby but is still expressing it during more spare times. Zami explains this once he is close enough to Fretcher. And Zami starts to see why prioritizing the greater good than their desires while it isn't black and white, should be balanced well enough. As Zami starts talking to Fretcher about the fallout of Mechajor's event alongside Torrid's, Fretcher then goes on to say that Zami will get the attention he wants and Nicole can still make an impact. But not as much as they would like, or it could be unexpected at a point where the goal could be reached and beyond. But it's about having an open mind, which can somewhat be deterred by the actions performed from now and in the future. Regardless, the search goes on, and Nicole believes she has found the building, and Fretcher confirms. And then her motor, which was contained within another briefcase made by Zami's cube abilities. Her motor is then placed within the building, and the building starts to guard and protect the elements. The energy within the building is still there, it is the energy of all the elements combined. And then her motor, which was contained within another briefcase made by Zami's cube abilities. Her motor is then placed within the building, and the building starts to guard and protect the elements. The energy within the building is still there, it is the energy of all the elements combined. No wonder this trap could work against Xyanthor or Vata, trapping them. It gets them to think that neither would be crazy enough to grab the element and trade it with their lives, and now with the energy placed, ideas are then made for when both foes come along. Nicole believed she found the safe underground because of seeing the remaining energy inside, looking dangerous, making it worth bringing it up, and it paid off thanks to Nicole's observation and initiative. Even Nicole asked about the energy, and Fretcher explained what it is. Which then brought up the discussion about the element's abilities. Nicole of course states that aside from being healthy and having good gear, she has no supernatural abilities. But even Fretcher is intrigued by Zami having traces of both Forza and her motor. And is surprised that Zami is controlled with his power, not arrogant with it, but that doesn't mean that Zami, Nicole and the others still have flaws to fix. Whilst they all chatted, Nicole wondered how Fretcher's race got hold of these element-like abilities in these arrows. And this was because Fretcher's race was created to have wisdom, and yes, all races come from Livingar alongside discussion with the other elements. Fretcher's race was trusted to have specific yet powerful abilities from the elements. And firing arrows at them was one controlled way to perform this whilst also having a wise mind too. The race was a community that helped research these elements to help other races understand these elements, including the Titanrans when they first came about with their Livingar-alike abilities.